Welcome to Mind Shift, the podcast where we explore powerful ideas that can reshape your perspective.
Yeah.
Today, we're tackling the intense philosophy of a man many call the toughest on the planet, David Goggins, and his book, Can't Hurt Me.
It's a fascinating and, frankly, a brutal philosophy. Goggins went from, an overweight, traumatized young man
Right.
to a Navy SEAL,
Mm.
an Army Ranger, and an ultramarathon runner. And his core message is that our biggest limitations, they aren't our bodies.
Hmm.
They're our minds.
Okay, so let's start with his most famous concept, the 40% rule.
Okay.
The idea is that when your mind is screaming at you to stop, when you feel completely spent,
Right.
you've actually only tapped into about 40% of your true capability. It's just wild.
It sounds unbelievable, but he explains it with a concept he calls the governor.
The governor, yeah.
Think of it like a safety device in a car engine that
Right.
limits its speed. Our brain has a similar governor, and it's designed to protect us.
Okay.
It sends out all of those distress signals, pain, fatigue, doubt, long before our body is actually at its physical limit.
So when you're on a run and every fiber of your being wants to stop, that's not your body failing.
Exactly.
That's your brain's governor kicking in. His whole practice is about learning to gently or not so gently push that throttle past the governor's red line.
So, and how do you get strong enough to do that?
Yeah, how?
This is where his next concept comes in. You have to callous your mind. We all know what happens when you lift weights or do hard labor.
Mhm.
Your hands develop tough, protective calluses. Goggins argues you have to do the exact same thing to your mind.
You do that by purposefully embracing the suck. Instead of running from pain or discomfort, you lean into it. You make it your new home.
Wow.
He believes that true growth is only possible in that zone of suffering. It's about finding a strange sense of pride in doing the things most people would do anything to avoid.
Right. It reminds me of the first time I ever took a genuinely cold shower.
Oh, yeah.
The first 10 seconds are pure panic, and your brain is just screaming, get out. But if you force yourself to stay, you realize your body can handle it.
Right.
You're callousing your mind against that initial shock. That's a tiny, everyday example of what he's talking about.
So it's all about practice, but Goggins offers a tool to make sure you never forget why you're doing it.
Right.
It's called the accountability mirror. And this is not about looking in the mirror and saying, you're a champion.
No, not at all.
It's the exact opposite.
It's brutally honest.
Wow.
He would write his deepest insecurities and failures on sticky notes. Things like, you're fat, you're lazy, you're not smart enough. He'd stick them to his mirror so he was forced to confront the unvarnished truth every single day.
Jeez.
This is what he means by call out your weakness. You just can't fix a problem you refuse to look at.
It's an act of radical self-accountability. But using that brutal truth as fuel is one thing. What do you do when you're deep in the struggle? You know, when you're at mile 80 of a 100-mile race and that governor is screaming at you.
That's when you use the cookie jar method. It's a simple but brilliant mental tool.
The cookie jar. You build a mental cookie jar and you fill it with every single one of your past accomplishments, especially the ones where you overcame immense odds.
So it's like a personal highlight reel of your own resilience.
Yeah.
When you hit a wall and feel like quitting,
Yeah.
you mentally reach into that cookie jar, pull out a memory, a cookie,
Mhm.
and remind yourself, I've been here before. I have overcome worse than this. I am capable of getting through this.
Exactly. It's not someone else telling you you can do it.
Right.
It's you reminding yourself with cold, hard proof from your own past. That's what fuels you to keep going. And all these tools and ideas are held together by his simple two-word mantra, stay hard. It sounds so aggressive, but its meaning is actually profound.
Yeah.
It means choosing to be disciplined, resilient, and mentally tough every single day. It means you don't just get hard for one race or one challenge.
Right.
It means you live in a state of constant readiness. You don't let the calluses on your mind get soft.
In short, David Goggins' philosophy is about finding strength in suffering, breaking through our self-imposed mental barriers, and building a life of relentless, uncompromising self-discipline.
It's a huge challenge to the modern idea that life should be comfortable.
Definitely.
It means maybe, just maybe, the best parts of ourselves are forged in fire.
Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about. If you were to be truly honest with yourself, What is the one uncomfortable truth you would write on your accountability mirror tomorrow morning?